What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Fur. I'm your host Fur, and I'm going to be teaching you how to do your own cryptocurrency research on coinmarketcap.com. Let's get into it. Here we go. Okay, guys. So this is CoinMarketCap. This is its main website. Currently, they just updated their layout, so I'm just going to click keep this. Okay, so first off, we're going to start all the way at the top, right? So over here in the corner, it says cryptos. So that'll give you the amount of cryptocurrencies that are listed on coinmarketcap.com. Next is number of exchanges. So we have 398 exchanges, and each one of these are links to those information tools. So for example, here where it says crypto, we got 11,486. If I click that, it'll just take me to this same website because this is where all the cryptocurrencies are listed. There are actually more cryptocurrencies than just these guys. But these are the ones that are listed on CoinMarketCap. And in order for you to make it to the list on CoinMarketCap, it's not that very hard. It just has to be launched. It can't be future projects or things that haven't come out yet because they're not in use. So it's pretty much just projects, even like it could be like the best projects starting from Bitcoin to Ethereum to just trash. So it doesn't have to be a good project in order for it to be on CoinMarketCap, okay? If I click on exchanges, it'll take me to the exchanges page. So a lot of people ask me what exchanges are good. So here, pretty much they're ranked in order of the exchange score. So CoinMarketCap has been around a long time, and they pretty much you can trust their scoring. So Binance is rated number 1 on the whole exchange, in part because it is the largest exchange. So if you can see over here, you see the exchange score, which is 9.9, and you can just hover all these things that have like a little eye for information, and it'll give you more information. You can find those all over the page. Weekly visits over here, so you can see them. They're pretty much everywhere. But back to Binance. Binance is the largest exchange. As you can see, it's traded volume in the last 24 hours. It's $22 billion. Okay, average liquidity, I'm not sure what that is, but weekly visits is the amount of people who visit their website, number of markets, number of coins that are listed. So also, it's also one of the best exchanges because it has the most amount of coins listed. And I'll get more into that when we do research on specific tokens or coins. And fiat supported, you can click here and it'll tell you which currencies are available. So depending on where you're from in the world, I've had some people from India and from Indonesia, UK. So a lot of people ask me all over the world: Brazil, Mexico, United States, UK. So here is a place where you'll find if Binance accepts your local currency. Okay. For example, the second largest exchange is Coinbase. A lot of people have heard about Coinbase in the US because it's the largest one. It's the most popular. It's the most used. And its volume is around 3 billion for the last 24 hours. So that's quite different volume that they're managing compared to Binance. As you can see, Binance is how much? So 22 divided by 3 is going to be around 6 times bigger. I don't know. I was using a calculator, sorry. So next up is Huobi, then FTX, then KuCoin, Kraken, Binance US, Bitfinex. So all these are exchanges, okay? I'm just going to go through them quickly. FTX is based in the States. I'm not sure with KuCoin and Kraken, but Binance is actually a subsidiary of Binance. Since you can't use Binance in the US because it's very, very well regulated, they had to come out with their own Binance US. So it's kind of like the branch of Binance. So that's why it says Binance US. So if they're not regulated in the States, pretty much you can't have access to them. So if you live in the States and you're watching this video, Coinbase is a good place. Binance US is a good place. Gemini is actually a good place, this one. And I have accounts in these other ones, but I used them mostly for trading back in the day. I would just recommend that you follow these tutorials and these videos, and I'll show you how to have access to most of the altcoins in the market with just one exchange, maybe 2. Okay, so let's go back to the main screen, and we're gonna see here that we have the market cap. So this number right here is really important because that is the whole value of the whole cryptocurrency market, okay? So currently today is August 30th, 2021. This will probably look small in the future when we see this video. But if you click on that, it'll give you information on the cryptocurrency market and its value and how much of it is Bitcoin dominant, Ethereum dominant. I'll get more of that in a second. So since CoinMarketCap started registering information on their website, it's a couple of years after Bitcoin was invented. So Bitcoin was actually created on January, I forget the exact date, but it's January 2009. Okay, so right now its data starts in 2013 July or something. If you could just scroll here, it'll give you dates. So that's June. So May 3rd. What is it? May 5th or something is where something. April 30th. It doesn't matter. But if you scroll through the line, it doesn't happen. Oh, it does. So you can just scroll the chart and it'll tell you information next to the cursor. So it says on Sunday, 2015. So that's red, I think, December the 6th. I think it's like, I don't know why it's that way instead of having it date and then month and year, whatever, or month to year. It's just first it's the year and then it's the month and then it's the day, okay? So you can just scroll here and it'll give you information. For example, it'll give you the market cap at that date. So if you look at the current market cap, $2.099 trillion. Back in 2016, the market cap was around 6 billion, okay? So just compare that, 6 billion. We're talking about 2,099 billion compared to 6. That's how much the market has grown in just a couple of years, so not even that much. You can see, and I'm going to be talking a lot about cycles in cryptocurrency. You can't see this little bubble right here because it's so small, but these are actually 3 cycles right here. We have the current cycle we're in, 2017 cycle, and then there's this one in 2013. So over here at the bottom, you can scroll this part to show just the dates that you want to chart, okay? So I'm taking away 2019, 2021, and you can barely see this bump over here, right? Because of this huge bull run we had in 2017. But if I go and make that shorter and just go to 2014 and 15, check it out. So this is another cycle. This is one of the first, this is actually I think it's the 3rd cycle. I'm sorry, the 1st cycle in cryptocurrency. There might have been, no, this is the first one. So this is the first bull run ever. And this is how it subsided over the years, right? So we're going to be talking a lot about how cycles affect the price of Bitcoin and altcoins and how you can invest using different strategies like dollar cost averaging and stuff like that. But right now we're just talking about a little bit of the general coin market cap space, so you guys can have a little bit of fun just seeing kind of the beginner tools of how you can just read this information, right? So back in 2013, the market cap was around 1 billion, okay? So we've grown quite a lot from then. So, okay, I'm going to go back to the beginning. Every time you want to go back, you just click on CoinMarketCap logo and it'll take you to the home page. Next up, so that was the market cap, right? If you go to the 24-hour volume, remember how we were talking about volume earlier on the exchanges. So this is the total value traded on all the exchanges listed on CoinMarketCap. And these are just averages because it takes the volume from all these different exchanges and it averages the price and it averages everything. So it's not exact. It's pretty accurate, but it's not completely 100% accurate. It'll have like a percent maybe that's different from the real value. So anyway, well, we're just getting started, guys. This is just the top. So I think we're gonna do like a several part video so you guys don't get overwhelmed with all this information. Next up is the Bitcoin and the Ethereum dominance. So from these 2.094 trillion total market cap, 43.4% of that is Bitcoin, okay? And of that 2,094,000,000,000, it's constantly moving, right? Depending on, because it's real time. This page is real time. It's 24/7. It never closes. It's always open. Crypto never sleeps. So of that, 18.4% is Ethereum. So if we go down here, I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek. You'll have that information right here where it says Bitcoin, which is ranked number 1. You'll see that its market cap is $908 billion. Okay, almost $1 trillion. How do you get that number? You just multiply the price of Bitcoin and you multiply that by its circulating supply. So 18,801,806 Bitcoin in circulation in the whole market. If you multiply those by the price, then that'll give you the 908 billion. You'll do the same for Ethereum and it'll give you a smaller amount, though still huge, 386 billion market cap for Ethereum. So these bad boys are going to go up in the next couple of years. Its last cycle, I think Bitcoin's top was 800 billion. And then it went down to like 200 billion for the last couple of years. And then it just currently went up over $1 trillion. Now we're sitting a little under $1 trillion. So these change over time, depending obviously on the price of Bitcoin. And this is what it tells you, right? And it's important because there's Bitcoin season and there's altcoin season. And I'll tell you more about those seasons, because when Bitcoin is pumping, most altcoins are underperforming compared to Bitcoin. But when Bitcoin is losing dominance, then the altcoins are taking a little bit of that market back, and they'll have incredible gains and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is just the dominance. So remember, we're going to go into detail on each and every single one of these in future videos. I just want to give you an overview. Right here is where the gas fee for Ethereum is posted. So we have slow, standard, and fast. These gets really technical when you're talking about Ethereum, but GUE is just like how the Ethereum network calculates its transaction fees. So when GUE is high, transactions are expensive, and when GUE is low, it means transactions are cheaper, and this depends on the network activity. So the more people that are using the Ethereum network, the more the gas fees go up, and the less people that are using it, the cheaper the transactions, right? So those are one of the things that the Ethereum team is working on in order for them to have cheaper fees compared to other infrastructure tokens like Cardano or Binance Coin, where it's super cheap to use cryptocurrencies instead of Ethereum, which has high transaction fees. So anyway, that's pretty much the top. Just here, you can change the language if your first language is just not English, or you feel more comfortable with another language as your homepage. You can change the currency, so it's set to wherever you're from. I always like to have it in dollars because most people use dollars and most people use English. And you can put this little dark mode in case, I don't know, that's fancy. They just put that in. Okay, next up we have the menu over here. And so this is the logo, which will always take you to the main page. We have cryptocurrencies and their rankings, and this is where the same page as this link over here and the home page. So the home page is always going to be where the cryptocurrencies are ranked, right? So these are the rankings, and they are ranked by market cap. So the larger the market cap, the higher you are on the rankings. So recently, Solana has been making gains. Dogecoin made a lot of gains. It was hitting, I don't know, maybe less than 100 ranked Dogecoin, and went all the way to number 7. Solana was, I think, recently below 20, and now it made number 8 this week. So you can kind of just feel what the tokens are up to if they start moving up the ranks. This is like kind of like when you're listening to music and you see a new song come up all the way up in the ranks, something's up, right? So a lot of people know about it. So if you just browse through them and you start noticing that some tokens are moving up the ranks, there's something up. And so that's one of the ways that you can do your research on and click on the token and see what's going on in the news, et cetera, et cetera. So you can do a lot of things. You can see recently added tokens, price estimates. This is new. It'll give you estimates for its price in the future, which nobody knows, so I don't use that much. Legal tender countries. This is nice. We'll go into this later. It just tells you how many countries accept Bitcoin legally. And I want to record this because at the moment, only one country in the whole world has Bitcoin as legal tender, and it's El Salvador in the Americas, Latin America. And so yeah, predict next country. So they have Paraguay, Venezuela, Anguilla, Panama, India, United States. All of these are like, they have probability of being added to this list but at the moment, only one. We'll see how this changes in future videos. So yeah, these are just different ways of just looking at different information. Bitcoin compared to fiat and companies. So if you want to click here, you'll see that Bitcoin is the 14th largest currency in the world, just over the Russian ruble and below the Swiss franc. It'll give you the price, its market cap, circulating supply, as you can see. And this is one of my favorite things to show. All the currencies in the world are unlimited. This is why Bitcoin was created, guys. So if you see that there's limited amount of currencies and increasing demand, what does that happen? It makes Bitcoin go up the ranks. So one Bitcoin is 100 million Satoshis. I'll get into that also later. It's just a way of saying cents in the Bitcoin world. Its market cap currently in Bitcoin. So everything's in Bitcoin and Satoshis. Satoshis is the same as Bitcoin, but instead of saying 0.0000319, it's just easier to say Satoshis, right? So $1 is actually 2,065 Satoshis. So I like to show you a quick website. It's called USDSat.com. And if you go to that website, guys, it'll tell you how much $1, $1 US would have bought you worth of Satoshis, okay? So remember, one Bitcoin is 100 million Satoshis, okay? It's the same thing. If you say 100 million Satoshis, it's one Bitcoin, okay? So 10 years ago, if you had just $1 invested in Bitcoin, that would have purchased you 12 million Satoshis. And then 9 years ago, 9 million Satoshis. 8 years ago, 811 Satoshis, 1,000 Satoshis. 7 years ago, 209,000 Satoshis. So you see where I'm going with this, right? 2 years ago, 10,000 Satoshis. 1 year ago, 8,000 Satoshis. And now you can only buy 2,073 Satoshis with $1. So what is Bitcoin? Actually, it is a currency that helps us against inflation and the dollar and fiat currencies, which is government issued money, losing their value. So this is not actually a chart of how much the Satoshis have appreciated over time, as much as it is a chart of how much the dollar has lost value over time. Bitcoin has maintained its store of value, and the dollar has lost all that money. All that's purchasing power. So I always like to show this because you see a trend here for more than a decade, and you'll see that as time progresses, and I keep doing these videos and keep showing you these kinds of websites, you'll see that each time in the future, less and less Satoshis you'll be able to buy with $1. Okay, let's go back to CoinMarketCap, guys. So we were talking about legal tender, global charts, fiat versus companies. You can also rank them with companies. So if you see the number one company in the world is Apple, if Bitcoin was a company, it would be number 7, just under Facebook, over Tesla. Isn't that crazy? Soon, Bitcoin will be over, obviously, Apple. It's not going to take too long. Apple's market cap is 2.5 trillion. It's huge. But Bitcoin has way more potential because it has the potential to become the world's currency. Apple is a huge company, but it's not going after currencies, government currencies. So this is nice, just to see how Bitcoin is comparing to the big players in the world, right? Let's go back. We haven't even started with a page. I'm just giving you guys like extra bonus tools that are all over the place, but this is really nice because you can spend a lot of time here and get sucked in and start learning about Bitcoin and just becoming a believer like myself. Gainers and losers are just things that are also, they just put up here. This wasn't available back then. Just a couple days ago, they just updated their website. So You can see top trending coins like Solana that I was just talking about, Binance Coin, Colada. I don't know what that is, but since it's trending, you might do some research and see that it might be an NFT or a gaming token or whatever. Biggest gainers. So this is not very, how do you say? It's very common in cryptocurrency to have gains of more than hundreds of percentages in just one day. So this is 24-hour gains, okay? 575 if you would have invested in an FTL token. But it's really hard to find these guys, seriously, since there's 11,000 cryptocurrency, who knows which one's going to be the number one, right? And these are recently added. Recently added could be that they are early, and if you invest in them, they could give you a lot of gains, or they could just be trash projects that they'll never make it and stuff like that. Okay, so almost finished with the top, and then we'll get into the currencies. Exchanges, it'll just give you which spot exchanges, derivatives, decentralized exchanges, where to buy. So these are all just fun links for you guys to check out more information about NFTs. This is where I store my portfolio. If you want to store up your portfolio and you want to keep track of what cryptocurrencies you're purchasing and the dollar cost average, so you can see at what price and what point in time you purchase them, you can put that in your portfolio. You could have a watch list. So I have a watch list. I have to log in, and it'll tell you which ones you have your eye on. I might have, for example, I want to have my eye on Avalanche because I think it has potential. So I just clicked on the little star here, and it'll add it to my watch list. If you go to calendars, it'll give you information on upcoming airdrops, ongoing airdrops, upcoming projects that are about to launch, things that have ended, things that you participated in, I suppose. It's just so many. Yeah, see? So you can log in, create an account. So that's the first thing you should do. You should create an account because it's really, you can really personalize this website to meet your needs. Then we have products, which is new. You can now do swaps, which I've talked about in my lives. If you want to buy cryptocurrencies, for example, you might have Ethereum, and you want to purchase, for example, let's buy basic attention tokens. You could do that, right? I think this just connects to your Ethereum wallet, your Binance Smart Chain wallet. So this website is actually, this is a really good website because there aren't many cryptocurrency websites that you can do this on. You can do it on PancakeSwap and Uniswap. So this is allowing you actually to do it on any of these three ecosystems. So you can swap tokens on Ethereum, Binance. You might think, what is he talking about? I'll get more into swapping, but this is really good. So you can do converters just to see how much you would convert one Bitcoin to dollars or to anything to whatever coin, right? And you have this part where it says learn, and you can learn how to earn passive income, market updates, just glossary on words that you might see all over the place. For example, you might see ATH. Let's see if I can write that down. I'm gonna look for it. So altcoins, I'm looking for ATH. Oh, it's not here. Well, it's just all-time high. So, but yeah, these are all important things. For example, ASIC is a kind of machine that mines Bitcoin. If you really want to get into like really deep information, this is a really good glossary. Crypto basics. So we're in the part where it says CoinMarketCap Alexandria, and this is their like huge library, like the one they had in Alexandria back in before it got burnt. If you know a little bit of history. And that is pretty much it for the tops. So this is where you log in. This is where you sign up. You put notifications. You can also download this as an application on your phone. And it'll do pretty much the same things. I like the web version because it has a lot more to offer than the application. So once so this is just crypto news up here or advertising that people or projects pay for to be on top. This is today's cryptocurrency prices market. As I was saying, these are trending, biggest gainers, and recently added. You can turn this off or on if you wish. It'll tell you the global cryptocurrency market is 2.1 trillion, up 0.09% over the last day. You can click to read more, etc., etc. If you click on watch list and you have your portfolio set up, it'll filter just your watch list on here, okay? Then you can click on your portfolio. Over here we have cryptocurrencies, which are everything we're going to be talking about from now on. We have categories. These are all the different sectors that cryptocurrency is currently developing applications or decentralized applications of. From options, derivatives, events, you name it, research, scaling, logistics, VR. We have gambling, gaming, transport, marketing, cybersecurity, loyalty programs, stablecoins, DeFi. Just look at all the cryptocurrency is just starting, guys. Just give it a couple of years, give it a decade or two, and everything is going to be worth so much. The market cap is probably going to be 100 trillion. Bitcoin's going to be sitting at $500,000 or $1 million. That is my belief, and it has a lot of potential for all these other cryptocurrencies that we're going to be talking about. So after that, you can filter them just on DeFi, which is decentralized finance. These are the largest projects on DeFi: Uniswap, Terra, Chainlink, Wrap, Bitcoin, Avalanche, etc., etc. And you can just keep clicking on different filters. These are NFTs, non-fungible tokens. These are play to earn. Axie Infinity, the most popular one. Decentraland, Sandbox, My Neighbor Alice. These are all pretty big projects. Polkadot ecosystem. We'll talk about that later. Binance Smart Chain, Solana, and Echo. I don't know. I haven't done much research on this, but I suppose since it has its name here, it's becoming quite the market. Okay, so let's go back to cryptocurrency, guys, and this is where it's actually going to start. So if you want to do research on any cryptocurrency, you'll just go to this list. You could search it by its name, for example, Bitcoin, and it'll show up here, and you can just click it here. It's the same as clicking it up here than it is down here. And then if you click on Bitcoin, you'll just be taken to the Bitcoin page. And this is where I live. This is where I do all my research. This is all the information that you'll ever need on any cryptocurrency, from beginner to advanced. It's just so much information on this Bitcoin card, for example. So I'm just gonna go back real quick so I can show you guys a little bit of information before we dig in. We have its number rank, so Bitcoin is number 1. You have its name and its logo. This is the Bitcoin logo. I have it over here on my pillow in the back. I just got that Bitcoin pillow, and I got an Ethereum pillow too. Anyway, just wanted to share that. We got the price, 48,255. We got the 24-hour change in percentage. So Bitcoin is down 1.15% in the last 24 hours. We got the 7-day percentage change, which is 2.6. So if it's red, then its price is lower than it was 24 hours ago or 7 days. If it's green, let's go to Solana. So Solana is actually 17% up from yesterday and 50% up from 7 days ago, so a week from today. And you can just click on these guys and you can filter them. So which one's the one that has the most gains in the last 24 hours? CeeLo, 71.58% up from the last 24 hours. Phantom, 63%. So crypto just goes up and down like this, okay? It might be up today, it might be down tomorrow. Nobody knows. So I'll get more into strategies on how to invest in crypto in other videos. So let's go back to, let's click on the numbers so that it'll rank it. We have the market cap, which I told you a little earlier today. It's just the value of Bitcoin multiplied by its circulating supply. We have its 24-hour trading volume, so 29 billion traded in the last 24 hours, and it'll give you the amount in Bitcoin. So 607,000 Bitcoins have been traded in the last 24. It's just changing hands. The circulating supply, this is one of the most important things to look out for. How many tokens or coins are there of any cryptocurrencies? So Bitcoin, if you don't know, there's only going to be 21 million Bitcoin ever in existence. That's it. That's its hard cap. But out of those 21 million, its circulating supply is 18,801. So there's still a couple of Bitcoins left to be mined in order for them to make their way into their circulating supply. It'll give you a percentage too. If you just put it, hover here, it'll say 89.53% of its of its supply is already circulating, and it'll give you the max supply there of 21 million BTC, as you can tell. And you can do this for any cryptocurrency, but the tokenomics are different. If you see here, for example, Ethereum doesn't have a max supply, which means that either it's an inflationary token or a deflationary token. In this case, Ethereum is kind of both. It's creating new Bitcoin, but it's creating new Ethereum, but it's also burning old Ethereum. So at the moment, where it's inflationary because there's more created than there's destroyed. But eventually, if the Ethereum network kicks off and there's more activity on it, then the more activity that there's on the Ethereum network, the more burning of Ethereum tokens there's going to be. And why do people want to have limited supply, or why do they want to have deflationary tokens? Because it makes the token go up in price. Just demand and supply. If you have a constant supply and an increasing demand, then the price of the token will go up. But there's other ones like Cardano. I forgot to tell you guys, these 3-letter are just the ticker. For example, if you go to the New York Stock Exchange or Chicago Exchange or whatever, it'll show you companies like Facebook or Apple or Google. They'll have tickers. It's typically 4, I think, in stock markets, and in crypto it's 3. So Bitcoin's ticker is BTC, Ethereum's is ETH or ETH, Cardano is ADA or ADA, Binance Coin is BNB. You get the picture, right? So that's another way of looking for tokens. If you know their ticker, for example, you don't know that the project is named Cardano, but you know that its token is ADA, you can just click it and see that it'll show you both. Okay. And then it'll give you a little chart of the last 7 days, just so you can see how it's behaving in the last week. You can click over here to see view charts, view markets, view historical data. But if you click on the token, then that'll take you to where most of the information is at. And so we can see all the information that was in summary back in the ranks. Here you can have a little bit of more information. You can go a little deeper. You can see that it's ranked number 1. You'll see the same information, its logo, its name, its ticker, and the little star for you to add it to your favorites. It'll tell you if it's a coin or a token. It's just, some people say they're coins or coins, and people say they're tokens. I don't really get it. Everything's just the same for me, cryptocurrency. But there is a difference between Bitcoin and altcoins. Altcoin is anything that is not a Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's the first cryptocurrency, so it has its special place up top. We have the price. We have compared to Ethereum, if it's losing or gaining value. And if we go to the Ethereum information here, you'll see that it'll compare it to Bitcoin. So Ethereum has appreciated 2.58% on Bitcoin. So if you own Ethereum, you actually, if you were to change that to Bitcoin, you're gaining Bitcoin by holding Ethereum. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. So remember, everything changes dramatically and drastically here in the crypto space. Some people love it, some people hate it. It is what it is. I'm gonna go back to the Bitcoin card, I like to call it. And then we have its market cap. We have its fully diluted market cap. So this is taken into account the 21 million. So the difference between the market cap and the fully diluted market cap is that it's multiplying the price by its maximum supply to calculate its fully diluted market cap. And its market cap is just its price by its circulating supply, not the whole amount of tokens that will ever exist. Its volume, its circulating supply, as we talked about, its max supply, its total supply. So circulating and total and max are different concepts, but I'll get into them more and more in the future. It'll give you its official website. So bitcoin.org is actually the official website that Satoshi Nakamoto created with other cryptocurrency enthusiasts back in its day. So you can click there, and you can trust CoinMarketCap to give you the official websites and official social media or Telegram or Discord or whatever application they're using, Twitter account. So you can find the official, because sometimes, since this is cryptocurrency, there's a lot of scam. There's a lot of people creating fake accounts and trying to come. I've almost fell on a couple of scams. You deposit this and I'll give you that, and you think that it's the official page because they're verified, or it's just hackers that are really good at it. But just be careful. So if you want to see the official websites and social for anything, you can just go to CoinMarketCap and click on any token. For example, I can go to the Solana. I'm talking about a lot of Solanas on my head currently. And it's his website, and you can click here for the community. It has its Medium, its forum, its Twitter, its Reddit. Let's see, for chat, it's got Discord, and I don't know what this is. It might be Telegram. I've never seen it in t.me. But pretty much this is where you can find all that information, okay? We'll go back and we'll go to Bitcoin. And you'll see here that below all this information, I won't get into tags like mineable, proof of work, SHA 256. This is really technical. I'll go into depth in other videos. But we're just almost finishing here, guys. We have the overview where you can see just a chart of the price over the last day. You can just change this 7 days, 1 month, 3 months. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's market cap, which is similar to its price because the chart just moves the same, but the values are different, right? So one is price and the other is market cap. And we got the trading view chart to see it. Like, I think you can like use, if you want to do trading and you want to do your own kind of analysis and figure out that we're in a ascending triangle or a descending triangle, or we have support or we have resistance, whatever. You can do all sorts of things here. I don't do much of that. I'm just going to put a smiley face here if I can. That's dope. And so yeah, we have markets. So this is really important. People always ask me where to buy certain cryptocurrencies, right? So since we're dealing with Bitcoin, it's pretty much available anywhere. But for other cryptocurrencies, sometimes markets aren't that big, right? Check all the markets that are selling Bitcoin. So it'll tell you which is the exchange that is trading it. What are the pairs? So this is USDT, so Tether coming into Bitcoin, just regular dollars from people's bank accounts into Bitcoin. So the difference between USDT and USD is that USDT is a cryptocurrency, but it's pegged to the dollar. We got FTX, which is another US-based exchange, and it's buying Bitcoin using dollars. You'll see Japanese yuans, or yens, I'm sorry, Korean something, sorry. I'm not too familiar with other fiat currencies. Yuan, I think, is Chinese. That's why I got confused. Sorry. Okay, we're going to go to historical data, and that'll give you price of Bitcoin throughout time. So you can select a date range and just go all the way to whenever you want, whichever year. And I'll just say, you know what, how much was Bitcoin in November 1st to November 2nd, 2018. And it'll show you its opening, its close, its high, its low, its volume, etc., etc. And you can just do historical data. Wouldn't that be something? 6,000. It was expensive then, but it's more expensive now. So it's just going to continue to just be completely out of people's reach, having a whole Bitcoin. How many holders? This is the amount of people who hold what percentage of Bitcoins. So it'll tell you how many, just information. I thought this would give you information about the types of accounts, like if they're whales or shrimp or fish, and those are just names people use on depending on the amount of Bitcoin that you own. But I'll get back to that. Wallets where you can store. So these are all the different wallets. These are hard wallets. These are cold wallets where you can store Bitcoin. I would recommend Ledger or Trezor, which are cold wallets and they're offline. I haven't used Trust Wallet yet. I heard it's good. Coinbase is good, but it's centralized, and if they get hacked, you could lose your Bitcoin. So Ledger or Trezor, and I'll do another video on how to use those guys in the future. This is just relevant news on Bitcoin. It's social media, what's happening on Reddit, for example. It's ratings. People rate this on its. So Bitcoin is rated A, I guess. This is pretty cool. This is new. So look at all the whales, smaller whales. This is what I was talking about. So Symmetry is actually who's ever grading Bitcoin. A-. Ooh, what happened, Bitcoin? You're an A+ student. And then we'll go to analysis and price estimates, and then I'll leave you at that. So this is the analysis. If it's bearish, if it's the network is growing, if it's concentrating, if blah blah blah, and then we have price estimates to figure out how much Bitcoin is going to be worth in late September, October, November, December, January, and people will just vote. So we have 22,000 votes here. It asked me to log in. I'll do that later. And just people also watch, if you're looking at certain cryptocurrencies and you go all the way to the bottom, you'll see that people have searched for related content. So that's pretty much what Amazon and everybody does, right? And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you wanna continue your research, you can just keep doing what I showed you. Just click on everything and start learning and use it and see. The best way that I find to learn is just to pop in this website every once in a while, if you can. I do it every day obsessively. But if you do it every once a week or something and just start noticing what's happening in the markets, then you'll kind of familiarize yourself with the names, with the pricing, with all those kinds of things. And then once you want to start investing, then you'll have a pretty good understanding of what everything is, right? Oh, I forgot, it'll also give you a summary right here, for example, of everything. So you can click here and it'll just tell you BNB price level data, what Binance coin is, who are the founders, what are the Binance coins unique, blah, blah, blah. And this is very good, relevant information if you're going to invest in anything. All right, guys, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found any of this information helpful, feel free to subscribe, like, or comment anything you wish. And if you want to be notified when I upload my next video, click on the bell icon. I'm also doing lives on Pal Talk, and I'm going to leave a link on the description. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time.